Hello everyone, it's Benny, and welcome back to my channel. We are picking up pretty much exactly where we left off from last episode. I got up, stretched my legs a little bit, grabbed some water, did some skincare, and I am ready to settle in for a nice long session of Fields of Mistria. That's what we're gonna do. Let's see. So we did get that new hood. So as you can see, it just lets you know which area you've unlocked it for. It's not really my style, but we're going to go back to our little beret here. Oh, one nice thing is that if you click this button here, you can actually make presets for outfits. It's really nice because you can change up outfits on the fly. It's really a handy feature, especially for a game I think that builds itself a lot around customization. We're gonna put on different boots here. Dark brown ones. Yeah, that looks nice. All right. Then we just ended off where we were last time, so we're gonna go straight to bed. No birthdays yet. Oh, the little yawn is adorable. Oh. Well met, mortal. This is a weird dream. Mortal, this is not a dream. Please do not make me regret this conversation. I am Calderas, the guardian of Mistria. Thank you for repairing my shrine. I've been asleep since... Well, I can't seem to remember exactly. Even now, my mind is shrouded in fog. Magical essence has begun to flow again in Mistria. Of that much, I am certain. I ask you to extend your assistance once more, mortal. I need you to collect this essence and offer it at my shrine, so that I may regain my strength. I hereby bestow upon you the ability to sense and collect essence. You should find it naturally when going about your daily tasks. Would you like to view the skill perk tutorial? Sure. Gather essence from activities such as farming, fishing, mining, and more. Interact with Calderas to view the skill perks menu. Select a perk to see its description. Purchase a skill perk with essence to unlock it. Okay. I grow tired. Let us speak again tomorrow at my shrine. I'm honored you can count on me. Sleep now, mortal. We will speak again soon. Interesting. Okay, so we've got our summary here. So we've got a good bit of renown for completing all those quests. And we made about 500 gold, which is pretty decent. All right, next level. And again, perfect. Jeez, okay, rank 5, wow. Oh my gosh. That was a big boost. All right, spring 3rd, Wednesday. Right. Oh, I didn't sell that mussel. Oh well. We can sell it now. Let's grab our watering can. Nice peaceful morning on the farm. It looks like we got one of those essence things from watering our crops here. Is nice. Alright, let's go ahead and put our watering can away. We shouldn't need it for the rest of the day. So drop this mussel off. Let's repair the bridge. Benny, I'm sure you noticed the state of the bridge into town when you first arrived. I'd like to introduce you to a group of us that are spearheading a repair plan. Could you meet with us at the bridge east of town? Adeline. Alright, we can do that. Let's talk with Calderas here. Greetings, mortal. The time has come for you to begin collecting essence. Essence will appear in the form of small purple orbs as you go about your day. For activities such as farming, fishing, and mining, you'll be sure to find some. Use this shrine when you want to offer your collected essence. In exchange, I will use my restored power to grant you skill perks. These skill perks will serve to make life easier for you. I grow tired. Let us speak again tomorrow. Alright, so we've got our skills here. So there's a couple off the bat. Prepared picker. Using a forageable will occasionally drop a seed version if it can be grown. That's this one. Going to bed with 0 stamina gives stamina boost the next day. Green thumb was also water the soil of the targeted tile. A couple sometimes refund the stamina used. That's pretty good. Got up to level 30 for skill tiers. Cleanup junk will become less likely. Aquatic antiquities. Catch of the day. Sometimes refund. Okay. Archaeology. Eatable. Beat salt and clay will sometimes drop double the usual amount. That's a funny name. Lunken artifacts. Okay. Cooking. At least not want not. Restorative cooking. Time to eat. Cooking time. All recipes will be reduced by 10 minutes. That's pretty good. From treasure chests in the mines. Bonus restorative infusion, which grants an HP stamina regen buff when consumed. Okay. Ranching. Need amount of cutting grass. Pet and fed for the day will receive an extra heart point increase. Okay. 1,000 chickens will sometimes drop extra produce. That seems pretty good. Currency of care. When animals eat crops either by hand feeding or by grazing, they will drop the currency shiny beads. Wood crafting. Hammer time. Okay, so that just lowers extra piece of wood. Drop an extra piece of stone. Foraging. Okay. And blacksmithing. Same thing. Copper expert. The amount of copper ore required to craft copper ingots will be reduced by 1. That's pretty decent, actually. Sharp blacksmithing. Sharp infusion, which grants it an additional +1 attack power. Fortified blacksmithing. Crafting armor will occasionally result in a bonus fortified infusion. Okay. So, all pretty helpful, actually. I'm going to keep an eye out for. Well, let's do our best to do some fishing. Okay, I guess he... Oh, no, he's going to come this way. Yeah, go. Oh, gosh dang it. There we go. Come on, fish. Oh no, did it get stuck by the rocks? And this is the point where OBS decided that I no longer had a microphone. Don't know why, but it would not be a YouTube video on my channel without this little fact. So for the rest of this video, you're going to get a post-processing Benny talking about random things. So let's get back into the video, shall we? I figured this would probably be a good time to start talking about the game as a whole. At the time of me editing this, I've got almost a little over halfway through spring, and that equates to about, checking my Steam library, 11 hours of play. So, like I said before, this game is in early access. Now, what that means is that, for those of you who might not know, I'm sure most of you do, but in case we have some people that don't, early access just means that the game is not in a finished state. Things will change as time goes on. And it's pretty common nowadays, especially to have games, especially indie games, release into early access periods. Now, we can argue the logistics of, is it right that these developers basically release half-baked games and charge people to playtest them? all day, but I don't really think that's a conversation for me to have. Maybe for someone a lot smarter than me. I'm sure there's 1.5 million video essays out on YouTube about it as well. But as far as games go in early access, I honestly feel that this is so far has felt like a pretty complete experience. My biggest gripe so far I've noticed is that there's only, I think, one festival in the game right now, and especially for these farming sims, they really make or break a game for me. A lot of these games can get very monotonous, and it's just the nature of the gameplay loop. I definitely think Fields of Mistria is helped like Stardew because the days run on the somewhat shorter side. I believe every day is about 20 minutes. So you're kind of always like rushing here, there, and everywhere. And I definitely feel that the map is very large and it takes a little bit of time for you to get from point A to point B. But kind of circling back to my original point, this is what happens when you get post-commentary, is that I ramble. And you're going to have to listen to me ramble for quite a while. So let's see. But as far as early access goes, the game is only available on PC right now. So that's on Steam or a Steam Deck if you have one. I don't believe there's been talk of a port to Switch or any other console. But I think the biggest thing to remember with that is that the Nintendo Switch is kind of at the end of its life cycle. And we're going to stop for a cutscene here. Hey, Benny, we were just getting started. Adeline, you know I'm up for it, but this is a big project. You can rely on me to keep Mistria supplied with the basics until construction is done, but I can't work miracles. Without the bridge, I can't get my wagon in and out of town, and there's only so much I can carry in on my back. I've allocated the resources I can for this, but the earthquake relief from the capital hasn't been as robust as we'd hoped for. I've talked it over with the other merchants in town. We're happy to contribute funds. You've got our backing. That's wonderful to hear, Nora. However, with the whole kingdom in dire need of repair materials, we can't afford the inflated prices on stone and wood we'll need. Right, we can lend a hand. I knew you were the right person for the job. Gathering materials locally would definitely speed things up. That farmland of yours is loaded with high-quality stone and timber, Benny. If you're willing to do the gathering, we can compensate for the materials. By my calculations, 60 stone and 60 wood should be enough. Sounds right to me. I'm sure you'll come through, and with a repaired bridge, we'll be able to get to the Saturday market up and running again. I'll set up a donation box here at the bridge for you to deposit any gathered materials. Come talk to me when you're finished, and we'll begin the repairs. We're counting on you. Alrighty, so our first, or I don't think it's our first, one of our big story quests is getting the bridge repaired. And we've got a little deposit box here for wood and stone. 60 peaches each. Isn't terrible, but it's a bit of a grind with our tools and stuff. So kind of getting back on track. I'll try to read the dialogue like I did in the live version when there's something, a big event going on. Yeah, so getting back to a lot of people I think have been asking for a Switch port because, I mean, this would be a great game on a Switch, honestly. It definitely fits in and has kind of that energy where it feels easy to pick up and put down. But the important thing to remember is that the Switch is kind of at the end of its life cycle right now, and Nintendo has been very secretive about the next console, and I saw another creator kind of make this point that developers, especially these indie developers, don't often get treated the same as big AAA developers where they have access to dev kits and the console early so they can start planning things around it. So as of right now, I think maybe once the game is fully released, we might see a Switch port. And by then, maybe a Switch 2 port or whatever Nintendo has planned up in the works for what the next console's going to be. But for early access, the devs say there's a Q&A on the website, basically kind of talking about why they decided to do an early access period and kind of what all of this early access build entails. And I will preface this by saying that early access for this game, you buy the game right now on Steam, is $13.99. So a little bit cheaper than Stardew Valley, but then again, Stardew Valley is a game that's been out for more than a couple years now and is very feature complete in terms of its gameplay. The devs say that there's about 35 to 40 hours of gameplay through all 4 seasons, and they want to incorporate player feedback in updates leading up to the 1.0 version of the game, which will be the full release. So hearing 35 to 40 hours is quite interesting to me. I feel like there is a lot of content from the bits that I've seen, and as we kind of go through this little series together, even some like the requests here on the board all have like pretty unique request dialogue and things. I've not seen a lot of, I don't think I've seen really anything repeat. I think the villagers will kind of share the same talking points depending on like events that are going on in the town, but I think that's a nice thing. It makes the world and the characters feel very involved. That's something that I really highlight as like a plus for this game. A lot of the times I feel like in like Stardew Valley, the villagers don't really comment on other things that are going on to another character or, you know, things like that. Everything feels very self-contained, which is fine. There's nothing really wrong with it, but it is nice to see that kind of really big sense of community in this game, and I hope it's something that they really develop more on when it comes to the full release. How long the game will be in early access, the devs say on their FAQ that they are currently planned to be in early access for roughly 1 year, and that will include regular content updates planned along the way, and they also have a roadmap provided, which we're going to go over a little bit as well, since I think that's also very important to see what these roadmaps entail. So, yeah. Like I said, our early access is nothing new. It's become a fairly common practice for games these days, whether we like it or not. But I can definitely tell in terms of early access kind of completeness and content, this game definitely has pushed a lot of boundaries and feels like a somewhat complete and cohesive experience. And I'm very excited to see the other seasons. My biggest gripe, again, right now is just looking at the in-game calendar and not really seeing festivals for the other seasons implemented yet. So in terms of the roadmap, I will put a image up on the screen of kind of what I'm reading, and I will also link the website for the game as well if you guys want to keep up with the game outside of a Steam page. So as of right now, nothing has a concrete date yet, but they do kind of have rough time frames for everything. So the first major update will be sometime in Q4 of 2024, so between now and December, basically. No exact date to be as of yet. It's to be announced. In terms of villagers and romance, they're going to raise the NPC heart cap from 4 to 6. That's one big thing with early access that I've seen a couple people on like forums and stuff mention, is can you get married in this game? The answer is yes. I believe they have children planned as well. You're free to marry same sex, opposite sex. It's completely open. I'm assuming there will be some sort of option for children as well. But as of right now in early access, you can only go up to 4 hearts, and I believe that includes 2 heart events, like I called them in Stardew Valley, or Harvest Moon, or Story of Seasons. You've got your 2 heart and your 4 heart event. And hopefully we start seeing those soon. I've not quite hit 2 hearts with anyone yet, where I'm at currently in the game. They're going to add the 6 heart events for all the relative dateable NPCs. And they're going to just add on to NPC dialogue, which I think is great. Like I said, I've not seen like anything repeat. So I'm hoping that by them really kind of padding out a lot of the dialogue, we'll kind of escape the problem that like Animal Crossing has, where the villagers will say the same like 3 things over and over and over again. For the mines and the dungeon, which we'll see the mines a little bit later on in this video, they're going to add new enemies and new cosmetic drops. For the town and the renown system, which is through the quest board and our town rank and stuff, they're going to raise the renown level cap by 20 levels, give us some additional rewards, add additional rewards to the request, additional requests to the request board, and also add stuff onto the museum and rewards, and a new festival. So a new festival is already coming in the Q4 update. I genuinely like 1 or 2 festivals a month, especially 2. I think 2 would kind of be my preference. And I think of Stardew, spring has like the flower dance, the egg hunt. I think that's it for spring. Off the top of my head, it's been forever since I've played Stardew. But I was watching a good friend of mine stream a Perfection run not too long ago, so I should know. Summer had like the luau. Moonlight Jellies, I think, is one. Maybe one more? I'm not sure. But I really kind of hope they aim for about 2 festivals a month. Maybe like I like the old school where they do like a crop or an animal festival. But I've not noticed like a quality system in this game, so I don't really know how a crop festival would work. For skills and perks, they're going to add skill cap raise from 30 to 45, and add new skill perks for those ranks. And then for customization and cosmetics, which is a really big piece of this game, and one of the reasons why I absolutely love it is all of the cosmetics and customization that's available to you. Adding additional home upgrades. I believe when we look at the carpenter, there's only 1 house upgrade available right now, and additional furniture and decor, and more cosmetics for the player and the animals. So already in itself, that's a pretty beefy content update. And I think them charging for the game in early access, all it kind of does is it fills the coin coffer enough for them to really be able to implement all of this stuff for us. So I personally don't mind it. I think, I've gotten 11 hours in basically at the time of recording this, a day and a half. So safe to say, like, I feel pleasantly hooked on the game. My thoughts are fairly positive from what I've seen so far. Now, once we get into later seasons, it could become kind of a slog, but who knows? So that's everything for the first major update. And then looking even further into the future, it looks like they've got the NPC hard cap is going to be raised from 8 and 10. Get those events, marriage and children, more Saturday market vendors, which is something we'll get to see a little bit later in this video as well. More biomes, dungeon quest lines, and unlockable spells with the mines and the dungeons. Again, increasing renown, quest board, festivals, skill caps, skill perks, and just more customization. Pets and ability to ride large animals is really sticking out to me. And farmland upgrades as well, which I'm quite interested to see what they do with that. No multiplayer in sight, and I think they've definitely have built the game around single player. Though I'm kind of okay with them not doing multiplayer for this. I also never have anyone to play these types of games with multiplayer anyways, so I'll be forever alone in that regard. Yeah, so just a bit of kind of a rundown on early access, and generally my thoughts overall, after playing for, like I said, about 11 and a half hours, I think my Steam page is saying. is pretty positive. I think the game has a lot of strengths, and I really hope that it plays into them. NPC dialogue is a big one for me. The characters feel so unique. They all are very distinct design-wise. I just really enjoy the world and the town, and I'm excited to see it kind of built up as we go through like the story quests of revitalizing the town. I think the economy is something that is done very well. I feel like it's not easy to make money, but it's not overly difficult as well. And I think things are priced well enough that it's fair and it's balanced, and it's not, it doesn't turn into like I can do in Rune Factory 3, make like 800,000 gold in a day just from cooking like 10 juices or whatever, or planting 500 blueberry seeds in fall, or pumpkins, and getting like millions in casks and things like that. So I think that's a big plus in my book. A common complaint I've seen is the time in the day. It feels not long enough, especially with how big the maps are. And I think, to me personally, I think it's a good day length. I can understand people wanting a longer day. And I think kind of what I hope that they do is maybe with all the feedback that they're getting, incorporate some sort of slider like Sunhaven has, and I believe maybe even Coral Island has one as well, where you can kind of set the length of the day. You can have it be longer or shorter depending. Just to kind of, it's good for accessibility, and it's also just a nice feature to have to give players more choice, and that's never a bad thing. Oh, and this was our first rainy day, and I absolutely loved, speaking of things that I love about this game, is the music. I love the music for this game so much. Some of the tracks that I have heard, they have the full OST as of now up on their YouTube channel. And I highly recommend you give it a listen, because some of these tracks are really, really, really good. This rain track for the farm is like lullaby material with like the rain sounds and everything. It's just so nice. I really, really enjoy it. It's been a big plus for me. And I want to say, for all of you Undertale fans out there, the announcement trailer, or announcement teaser trailer, Toby Fox did the music for it, which is like crazy because, he's such a prolific composer in his own right now, after, Undertale and Deltarune and all that stuff, which I've still not played. Don't tell anyone. But what else do I really like with the game? Definitely the day speed. I hope they just add a slider. I'm okay with the day length as is personally. I think there's a couple times where in a couple of the parts that I've recorded where you'll see us, kind of like Nicki Minaj, Roman holidaying like our way into trying to sprint into bed to not pass out, which we have not passed out yet. I'll give you that little spoiler. We have not passed out yet. But we have cut it close a couple times. But I think a part of these games is, especially with stuff like Stardew, and I'm very guilty of it as well, because it's just kind of my play style, is I am very much like a person that doesn't have enough time, or doesn't have the amount of time that I would like to play video games on a regular basis. So I tend to min-max a lot and look things up, because I kind of believe that, like, I just want to play through a game once, do everything that I can, and kind of just wash my hands and be like, great, I don't have to touch that game again, and I can move on to something new in my backlog. But for this early access release, there's no Steam achievements. The kind of the closest thing that we have to complete is the museum and our almanac. Oh, we got our quest from Luck. You'll get a bug net, I believe. Join the entomologist guild that he has kind of started. But overall, that's kind of how I fall. I feel like this game, you know, it's okay to not do everything in a day and just be a little bit efficient, you know, make your rounds, do what you need to do. And then, yeah. And we also gave Arias some wood for his birthday. So you are fancying Arias. He likes wood. Don't know what his loved gifts are, but there you go. And speaking of the bachelors and the bachelorettes, I really like them. I really like them all. Bachelor-wise, I'm very sad. I agree with the community that Ulrich is not dateable, and it's a crime against humanity because he's an absolute himbo, and I just love him. Let's see, March. I like March. March reminds me, I believe I said it. I don't know if I said it in this video or another one. But March reminds me of Blue or Gray from Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. Blacksmith apprentice, or blacksmith in this case, kind of mean because he's shy and he doesn't really know how to approach things. Oh, here we go. And it was all like whoosh and then bzz, and I was like wham. Oh, amazing. Benny, you came. Are you ready to become an entomologist? It means someone who studies insects. Yeah, that's what I do. There are a lot of cool bugs in Mistria, and Mr. Errol at the museum agreed to have the whole wing dedicated to them. I'm so excited. So are we. Until now, Luck's been bringing all his finds back to his room. But it's a big job being the only entomologist in Mistria. Will you join me? We've got to catch 'em all. That's what I like to hear. I want to give you my old net. It's brought me lots of luck over the years, but I think it's time to pass it on to a new generation of bug catchers. There we go. Look at that form. Don't forget to bring any new bugs you find to Errol at the museum. Please don't bring them here. Be sure to tell me about any neat bugs you find, Benny. Just like that, we've got another tool for free this time, Bug Net. But still serviceable net, used to catch bugs. We're back at the inn. We're gonna come get I believe our soup for the day. A free bowl of soup and 20 stamina per day. That's pretty good. Can't complain. Where was I? Oh yes, talking about bachelors and bachelorettes. I definitely like March. I like Baylor, but strictly because Baylor looks like Howl from Howl's Moving Castle to me. And I said it like in the first episode, like, I don't know, that man has a hold on me, and I'm sure many other people. Celine is very cute. I really like her facial expressions a lot. Island, I'm kind of falling for Island. I just like his whole like history buff shtick. I think it's like really cute and endearing. Valen, it's nice to see Valen as like an older like marriage candidate, since I feel like none of the candidates like really read like too young, but like also too old. Like a lot of the starty bachelorettes and bachelors, some of them, except for like, I don't know, I'd say Shane and Leah and like Elliot, read as like, you know, very early 20s. So for most people, that's about fine. I feel like that's probably like the core demographic, but you know, for older folks, I know it's probably like feels a little strange, you know, but so it's nice to have Valen, and I believe Hayden is probably a little bit older as well. And Hayden is nice. Hayden's nice to look at. Just, that's kind of my attraction to him right now. He's just good looking. But yeah, so far, oh, and Juniper, I love Juniper. I give the vibes that she's gonna be like, this is totally speculation. I kind of get the vibes that she's gonna be like low-key kind of a villain. Like she gives me, this is like such an obscure reference, but if anyone has ever watched like the Barbie like Life in the Dream House series on YouTube, please do yourself a favor. Don't watch it, but do watch compilations of Raquel from that show being like the brat. The brat in the show. Brat girl summer, y'all. But oh my gosh, yeah, I love Juniper, and I love her laugh too. Like you can actually, even though it's not voice, but like her laugh that they do with the text sound is really neat. There goes that full inventory again. Man, inventory management in this game is rough to start. There's just so many items. There's so many things to gather. It was like, oh god, I was like, we desperately need this bag upgrade. But it is like a nice kind of satisfying loop of like getting stuff and just sending it straight to the museum and seeing stuff get checked off. I really like it. There's Island. Oh, that's looking at the mini map too. That's another small nitpick I have, and I've actually submitted a request or whatever on their website. I kind of wish that you could hover over the icons on the map and see the name above the head, because some of the icons are so tiny, and I don't know how to say it. Like some of the characters are very distinct even in that little tiny sprite, but a lot of the characters, especially if they have like the same skin tone or like roughly the same hair, like Nora and Celine, I always mix them up on the map because they basically have like the same sprite for the most part. I kind of hope that that's like a thing that they take into account, or at least a way to maybe zoom in or something. I don't know how that would work, but it's just something to make that a little bit more readable, because yeah, it's a little rough at certain points. And bugs, we're putting that bug net to good use. Completing requests, definitely complete your requests. I've not really let them like pile up, and I think that's been to my benefit. The town renown rank like comes in like crazy. Our field here. Caterpillar, all sorts of bugs. And just listening to this like rain soundtrack, like while I do this little voiceover, is like kind of putting me to sleep. It's just like so peaceful. It really is. We'll add, the game does have full controller support, though it's definitely something where if you don't like playing with mouse and keyboard, or you want to give the game a try on your Steam Deck, which I've heard for the most part runs pretty well, should have full controller support baked in from the get-go, and I want to say that they have switch button prompts as well, kind of already implemented, so you could use a Pro Controller or Joy-Cons if you connect them to your PC. So maybe lending some credence to the, rumor of like a Switch port at some point. And like I said, I definitely think it's something that they're thinking about. I think it's just going to be a bit before we see it. I think they're going to want to hold off a little bit I really hope that the Switch 2 or whatever the heck they decide to call it is backwards compatible. I think that would be a weird step backwards if it's not. But it's Nintendo and they've done stranger things before, so I don't really know. Yeah, so like a good example of like the days here is like we are like out of energy, like out of energy. And instead of like at this point, I feel like I'd be like, oh, I need to just go to bed. I was like, well, let's just go and forage around and catch some bugs. There are definitely like ways to fill the time. I want to say for majority of my playthrough, I think I've not gone to bed until about close to 12 a.m. every game day, or 2 p.m. 2 a.m. Excuse me. 12 p.m. Man, I should go to bed at noon. This little thing here, rubble blocks what appears to be a cave entrance. As of now, I haven't seen anything to indicate what that is, so I hope maybe it's something we'll learn a little bit more about in the future. Stairway we can't climb quite yet. This side, I don't think this is, I think this is the first time we've been over to this side. I remember getting excited because there were 2 of the forageables that we needed right there. I was like, oh my gosh, we need to get them. Well, off to the museum we go to drop off some stuff. But yeah, and you can jump off these little ledges here, which is like such a time saver, honestly. It's a great way to shave off a couple seconds. Going through our collections here, so got spring, summer, fall, winter, rare insects, beach insects, all sorts. Legendary insects, I think I read in there. I don't think we've found any of those yet, but are a thing. We're gonna make space in our inventory. We are always out of space. Now drop an enemy. That was the last spring flower that we needed. We've got this moral here. Moral mushroom. Definitely not the secret woods, but we found them. I was like, oh gosh, we don't have any energy, but we can dig for an artifact here. Definitely feel free to leave items on the ground. From what I've seen, they stay overnight. I don't think they go away. They probably have like some sort of despawn time, but I did not encounter it, so I'm not sure. We get that enemy and thing, and we get the... This is the cutest thing. It is such an Easter egg for completing that set. Inventory. It's the farmer's cap, which is the same hat that the protagonist for the early Story of Season games wore. We got corn seeds. This was a little weird to me. I was like, why did we complete a spring? But I guess it came from the chest, so I don't know if the chest contents are random. Be interesting to see, but I was like, why do we get summer seeds in spring? The townsfolk stay out late, man. It's like 1 a.m. and they're all walking home. Love to hang out at that inn. Wanted to empty our energy since we have that perk that we got at the start that lets us get a stamina bonus if we go to bed with no stamina. Our game, very important. On to the next day. We got a lot of stuff in this one. Yeah, we go up a couple town ranks, I'm pretty sure. There's 2. 2 town ranks, that's pretty dang good. Ask me. And we've got an event, we've got Friday night at the inn. How mysterious. We had a couple crops ready as well, our turnips at least. Our first crops harvested. Turnips. Basically every farming sim. We need 1 for the museum, and I sold the 2. So for 40 gold each, I mean, that's pretty decent. Not quite double your profit, but... well, beggars can't be choosers. Had to grab our watering can. Put some stuff away. And we got mail. Hey Benny, Mistria has a tradition where everyone gathers at the Sleeping Dragon Inn on Friday nights. That's tonight, and this is your invitation. Meet me at the inn after 6 p.m. tonight. Keep me company, and I'll throw in a free drink. From Raina, I believe. Yes, Raina. Right, there we go. Let's go grab our watering can. Water our crops. Oh yes, we were almost there with the stone for the bridge repair. I think that was the thing we wanted to get done today as well. We've got Friday night at the inn, and then our crops to be watered, and hopefully gathering everything for the bridge repair. I'm actually like quite happy with the little farm layout I have going on. We'll add on to it in a little bit, few days time, but for our purposes right now, it is serviceable and it works. I think once I get a watering can upgrade, I think I may grow a couple more crops than usual, but as of now, I have not gotten it yet, so to work towards maybe. Just gathering up the last little bits of stone. I think now is as good as time as any. I guess I can... I think at some point in this video, I did a little kind of life update. So let's see. Biggest things in my life so far have just been planning my wedding with my fiance. It has certainly been a process. I can safely say that I never want to get married again. We're gonna do it the once and we're gonna call it quits. It has been such a process. Our original plan was to get married in England, where my fiance is from. We kind of had to do a change of plans and move the wedding to Scotland for a couple reasons. Um, so that has been fun, but it's hard enough to plan a wedding when you're not together in person. Um, Even harder. I'll be at the inn with Lord Island. So excited to play this new game. Like, there's going to be a bit of a crowd at the inn tonight, Benny. I hope to see you there. Yeah, we've got a lot of dialogue about what's going to go happen at the inn today. I'll try to read a good bit of it. See it. Boots. Let me know if you ever want to hang out, Benny. I remember what it's like to be the new person in town. The whole town will be at the inn tonight. I hope to see you there. Yeah, we did catch that bug. I was like, did we catch that bug? Yes, we did. Yeah, doing it in person is, man. Well, this quest kills me. Attractive and extremely talented bathhouse owner seeks a gopher to find and hand over a lilac. Request for wild berries. I think we already had those, like, in our bag, so yeah, definitely check your request board every day. Make a good habit out of it. I think that's a tip I can say about this game, especially if you want to rank up your town quite quickly. So yeah, so wedding planning has been a thing. Oh, the kids. You're new here, so I'll tell you a secret. There's so many adventures in Mistria, Benny. Yeah, look, Benny, have you broken up rocks around your farm? Sometimes there's insects living underneath. Love to see what you find. Maple, you're looking for lilacs? I have seen them growing near Hayden's farm, I think. This farm's to the west of your farm if you haven't been there yet. We absolutely have. If we haven't been there by now, I would be very concerned about what the heck we were spending all day doing. Yes, wedding planning has been a lot. I imagine you're very busy getting situated, but I wanted to ask, have you had a chance to see Mistria off the beaten path? There are ruins and artifacts to be found everywhere. This land is rich with history. Our little history buff. Between, like, catering and visa stuff and... gosh, it's just been... The catering was, like, honestly the hardest part. I think the venue came pretty quick. Catering, Jesus. For, like, a wedding of, like, less than 20 people, like, every quote we've gotten has been, like, yeah, 1,200, 1,500, 2,000. And it's like, for what? A couple sandwiches and a couple charcuterie boards? Like, we're really not trying to feed anyone anything fancy here. But other than that, it's been going well. We get married in November, which is only 3 months away, which is, like, absolutely insane to think about. There's, like, still so much to do, but I'm just excited to get to the point where, like, everything is checked off the list and it's just a matter of, like, get there, get married, and, like, have a nice honeymoon. So hopefully with proper planning, things go smoothly. Let's see, other things that have happened in my life. I went to this is a big topic in the video, and I do remember speaking about this. I went to my very first concert. All peace and quiet now, but that's the calm before the storm. The inn's going to get rowdy this evening. Tarithia is great too. I really like Tarithia. Yeah, I went to my very first concert. I went to, and it was a K-pop concert, so things were rowdy. Speaking of getting rowdy, things were rowdy. But, like, overall, it was such a good experience, and I have since bought tickets for 2 more concerts to go see. So the concert I went to go see was Benny, are you coming to Sleeping Dragon Inn tonight? Everyone's going to be there. I hope you can make it too. Everyone's talking about the inn. We're excited. This actually was one of my favorite parts in this game so far, is the inn on Friday nights. Getting off topic. I can't keep. I have horrible, like, focus. I went to go see Tomorrow X Together, or TXT, which is a K-pop group, since I'm absolutely a K-pop enjoyer. And I will say, like, this group wasn't like a group that I thought about or listened to much. But like after the concert, like I fully like Spotify playlist made, rotation into my like daily commute stuff made, merch bought, albums bought. It was just such a fantastic experience. Like they really knew how to put on a show. And we were the last stop in their tour for North America, so we got extra encore songs, and I don't know, the vibes were just very good. It was just a very good day all around, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Baylor's calling us his favorite, of course we are. I don't know, it was just such a good experience. It really was. And like I still look back at like all the videos I have on my phone. You know, my like favorite member now, like Bomgyu giving me like finger guns during one song, and I mean the choreography. And we did general admission, so we had like standing tickets, me and my friend from home, and I mean we were literally like right next to the stage. We had to fight for our lives to get those tickets, but or not those tickets, but get those spots. But we made it work. It was so wild to see, like, the way that the venue worked was that we, get a wristband and you go whenever. A wristband has like your number on it, and that's like the order you can come into the venue at the time the concert starts. And so everyone like lines up very early to get like a low number so they can be like one of the first to kind of grab a good spot. And oh yeah, there were cherries. I was like, oh my gosh, cherries. We need those for the museum. I'm gonna actually shut my gob here and we fix this bridge up when we go. Oh, actually, we have to speak to Adeline afterwards. And we got there that day like around like 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock. But there were like people that had camped out for like 2 days, like in the middle of a major city, like in a not like great part of town. So like good on them. Our Uber driver that took us to the venue was like, hey, oh yep, let's turn in a request here. Hey there, Benny, what's up? I've gathered what we need to repair the bridge. Yes, we have. That's great news. Come on, let's go tell everyone. It's time. Let's get this bridge repaired. Nice work, Benny. Now it's my turn. Just let us know how we can help, Rias. Are we done, Rias? Feels like we're done. We sure are. This bridge is going to last a long, long time. Great job, everyone. All at the Saturday market merchants know that the bridge is repaired. Let me help you, Adeline. Together, I'm sure we can guarantee that Saturday will be the market day in Mistria again. Here's to that. Right. First story quest done. Yeah, that feels good to do. It's nice to see. And I didn't realize that well, they said the Saturday markets, but I didn't realize, at the time I didn't like put two and two together that it was Friday. I was like, oh, we'll actually get to have like the market on the first week, which I don't know if they intend for you to do that or what, but guess we got lucky. So going back to concert talk, yeah, people, our Uber driver was like, yeah, like, I had these like 4 girls get into the Uber and they were going to the stadium, and I was like, he was explaining to us that he's like, normally I take people home at like 3 in the morning. They were going out, and we were like, oh yeah, there's a concert going on this weekend and everyone wants to camp out early. And yeah, well, I told them, I was like, hey, like that's a kind of a rough part of town, and if someone comes up to you or asks something of you, you just say no, be really firm and stand your ground. And he said he kind of turned the corner and he just sees all these girls just like lined up there, and he just goes, they'll be fine. If anything, yeah, everyone was very supportive of each other. It was really nice to see. And it's amazing, like, the power of, like, having shared interests. Because, I mean, we could basically talk to, like, anyone in that line, and it was, what are you wearing tonight? Who's your favorite member? What's your favorite song? What are you hoping to listen to? Are you hoping the stage looks this way or a certain way? Or, you know, and the list of conversations just went on and on. And it was just, like, a very nice, like, affirming experience. I feel like it hit a lot of the right buttons, and it just felt like very good to be there. So I was super pleased, and I mean, they just put on such a phenomenal show. Like, the group as a whole was, like, every member looked great, sounded great, live, which I think apparently is, like, kind of a hit or miss thing with some artists where they just don't sound correct live. Which is, like, crazy to me. But it's true. They sounded great live. I can't, I like literally will just go and talking in circles, but I had such a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it so much. And it, like, gives me, like, FOMO for a BTS concert that I, like, had every opportunity to go to about 3 years ago. And I just didn't take the plunge because I was starting a new job, and I was like, I don't want to take time off and miss something or whatever. And, like, looking back now, I'm like, God, I'm like kicking myself. I didn't go for, like, no reason. So yeah, but that was just a great experience. I had such a good time. That, I think in game we have hit, yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock in game. So time to head to the inn. See what this Friday night at the inn is all about. Right, let's turn our quest in. Looks like everyone is here. Made it, what did I tell you? It's full house. We got some mixed fruit juice. Got some soup as well, of course. All right, let's start talking. The menu first. A lot of recipes. Starting from the top here. These other folks in their games, I really like to sit with a drink and appreciate it, you know what I mean? Certainly, better turn your sense to one thing to give it the attention it deserves, isn't that right, young March? Benny, come here, come here. I'll let you in on a little secret. You're not so bad. Oh, what was I saying again? Oh, he's such a happy drunk. Oh my, it seems our young blacksmith is a bit of a lightweight. It's because he's drinking the cheap stuff. Just like you, Valen, having a palate is nothing to be ashamed of. Here, try some of my wine. You'll see. I suppose you've had plenty of time to refine your taste, but as a doctor, I simply can't recommend drinking at home, alone. A girl can't get a little sloppy on a Monday night. This is why you have a reputation for being stiff, Valen. I have a reputation? Come here and sit with me, Benny. The girls are fighting. What fun. Oh, it's so good. Sometimes I can't tell if those two are friends or enemies. I suppose it isn't too important as long as they can share a drink. I think he's talking about Valen and Juniper. Joe, Island has been talking about this game of his for weeks. I hope the others are as excited as he is. This little game that Island is playing. Hit me. Oh, she sounds pretty confident, don't you think, Rias? Wish I could say. I just deal the cards, man. I'm in for 50 more tesserae. Oh-ho. That bluff won't work on me. Are you quite certain you don't need any more cards, Nora? Are you sure you don't need any more cards, Errol? Now, let's keep it friendly. No need to get worked up. Hey guys, 4 of a kind is good, right? Or should I hold out for 5 of a kind? Guys? Oh no. An islands group over here. Welcome to our inaugural session of Dragons and Drama. I'll be striving to provide a historically accurate experience, but if any of you slip on any details, please speak up. Dragons and Drama, it's D&D. I wrote a backstory for my character, Benny. She's a druid, and she can talk to flowers, and she loves nature, but I don't get what to do with all these numbers. Same, girl. Follow my lead, Celine. I set all of these useless stats to 1, so my mind stat can be 67. Which do you think isn't possible for a starter character, but if you look at the rules, section 107, paragraph 2, you'll see that. Ew, Adeline sure does know her stuff. Look here, Benny. I'm whittling out some miniatures for the game. This is Celine's druid, Daffodilia, and this is Adeline's wizard, Moonsilver, and this is Baylor's thief, Snicklefritz. Me? Snicklefritz. I still can't get over Snicklefritz. Snicklefritz the thief. It's gonna be my next D&D character's name. I'm Bad Brad, the bearded bard. Please call him by his full name. Is this what I get for arriving late to the cards table? I have no idea what's going on or why everyone keeps calling me Snicklefritz. Oh my god. I love it. This is like such a cute event. Psst, Benny, don't let anyone see you. The coast is clear. Now, before we tell you anything, you have to pinky swear you won't tell anyone. Because we're planning a heist. GTA. Luck is the brain. Dell's the brawn. I'm the face. And you're the courier, Benny. Oh gosh. Getaway driver. And our target is Mr. Baylor. His secrets, more precisely. Why does he always keep his door locked? Is it because we keep trying to go in there uninvited? We're going to find out. Meet us here next week, Benny. Right. There we go. That is Friday Night at the Inn. Honestly, I think like this is just such a freaking cute event. It adds so much charm to the characters. It really does. Like Island's little D&D game and like Baylor just being like forcibly dragged into it. I love it so much. Like that whole cutscene when I was doing the original recording, just like I had like my cheeks were like hurting from smiling so much at it. It just made me so like ridiculously happy. I bumped my mic. Oh no. It looks like we're off to do some late night fishing. And bug catching as well. There are a lot of fish. Definitely one of my goals for this playthrough is I definitely want to go through a full year. I think that's only fair to give the game like a real good like run through after a year and kind of see where we land. And if I can complete the museum collections that we have, I think even with the like updates for early access, I think I'll probably do like just a one playthrough of it on the channel. And then maybe once the full release comes out, give it a go again. I certainly like wouldn't mind playing this again, but we'll definitely need to see when it comes to full release time in a year or so. I have a lot of games coming out soon that will be eating up my time. I am a huge Monster Hunter fan, and they've been putting like promotional stuff up for the new Monster Hunter game. That's been making me go like absolutely feral. I'm like so excited. We've got Fantasy Life I is one that I'm really looking forward to. I'm a little worried that it's getting delayed until the Switch's successor launches, because it was supposed to come out last year or early this year, and it just like kind of disappeared off the face of the earth, and I don't really know what happened, which makes me like a little annoyed. But yeah, so we've got that to look forward to. Try to the sneaky fish. It was a good thing we did because we got a new fish for our museum. And then it was like a run to bed as quickly as we can. There's our summary for the day. 86 renown points and like 500 gold. It's not bad at all. Up to level 9 and level 10. So our town rank has gone up. We went from wood to stone. Got a new reward. That is a nice reward indeed. Very much needed. All right, and our first Saturday market since we repaired the bridge. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of just let the game play itself. Unless we've got anything super pressing. I probably won't say much during this in-game day. Saturday market is finally back in town. Please go and introduce yourself to this week's vendors. Opening the mine spinning, I need your help with something important. Please meet myself and curator Arrow at the museum west of town to discuss the reopening of the mines from Island. Sliced turnip recipe. So one thing I did notice is that I think we get a recipe each time we ship a new crop. It certainly seems that way at least. And congratulations, Mistria has reached the Stone Star town rank. We couldn't have done it without your help. Mistria is sure to make a full recovery with your continued assistance. Please accept this token of thanks. And a copper ingot for our troubles. Nice rewards. Only hold on to those when we want to start upgrading our tools. Got some turnips ready. I think we decided to save a couple of these. Trying to figure out how to so if you do shift and right click, you can split a stack by 1. So good little tip if you're trying to break stuff up. Sliced turnips, I thought that you could maybe cook them and sell them for more money, but they sell for the same price as like a normal turnip, so not the biggest money maker. Crops here. I'm sure I was talking something very technical about crop placement and what crops we're going to go buy seeds for. I think today's the day we wanted to grab strawberries. I think I was saving up 1,800 gold to get 2 plots of strawberries. Strawberries regrow in this game, and they seem to be like a pretty decent money maker. Our quest. We're on the hunt for a lilac. I knew it grew by Hayden's farm, but I couldn't find any. I think it took a couple days for it to regrow. More artifacts. Their pendant. All sorts of stuff, honestly. And this entire time I was on the lookout for that last forageable. I just like could not for the life of me find it, and I was like starting to like go crazy. Even though it's like only the 6th day of spring, we have plenty of time in the month, but like I'm not gonna find it. Right, event time. Benny, thank you for joining us. hope you haven't roped Benny into your schemes, Island. Of a good scheme, then you'll love this. I believe the time has come to discuss reopening the mines. Island, with all due respect, I believe we should be focusing on the museum. We won't have the workforce to reopen the mines in a commercial capacity, whereas the museum is drawing interest from as far as the capital already. I believe it is the surest way to raise Mistria's renown, which should be our top priority. We are in agreement that the museum should be our focus area. However, with the arrival of Benny, I believe we now have the perfect person to begin exploring the mines. Shipments of ore would be invaluable to the town, and there are surely incredible artifacts just waiting to be discovered in the depths. Weren't the mines condemned after the earthquake? They sure were. By Errol. No rewards without risks, eh? While I appreciate the enthusiasm, I simply can't approve of a reopening at this time. Structural damage or seam slippage, the elevator has stopped working. Been hearing some strange sounds from below. Ominous sounds start. Surely you're not keeping the mine shut over some spooky noises, Errol. It doesn't take it seriously at all. Or I would be happy to reconvene on the matter when Mistria's town rank has reached a Stone Star rank, if that would satisfy you too. I can see there's no budging you, Errol. Well, at least we have a goal in sight, Benny. Bringing in items from museum sets, completing requests, and shipping items are all ways that you can help raise Mistria's renown. Let's get to it. The mines will be reopened in no time. Glad to see you so enthused, Island. And good for us, we already have Stone Star town rank. So, mines should be open. I went back in thinking that I could donate stuff and then there would also be like another cutscene with the mines opening, but no dice. Getting very close. We hadn't done any ocean fishing at this point, which was surprising to say the least. Got all the flowers, missing that one piece of forage and a bunch of crops. But we've got them growing, so we'll get them soon. Vendors, we couldn't do the quest for the lilac since we didn't get any. I thought maybe coming over here the mines would be open as well, but no luck. Got the festival music for the town. All the vendors. This was really neat to see. I love Friday nights at the inn. It was so nice to see everyone relaxing. Don't tell Miss Mary, but I once got my pet termites in one of her dressers and it went bad. Actually, don't tell Ma either. Rice was saying my room is too plain and I should get some furniture from Mary. It's like he doesn't get what an honor it is to even see my room. Mary had a really cute armchair for sale a while ago. I would have looked so cute in my room, but I waited too long. Hey Benny, I've got done hauling furniture around from Mary's booth. Let me know if you need help carrying something home. I'm happy to help. I have plenty of potion racks, but Mary's keeping an eye out for the vintage kind. Old things hold power, Benny. We've got Mary here. Hi, welcome to Mary's Antiques. I'm Mary. I sell all sorts of unique furniture here that I source and restore myself. The selection is always changing. If you see something you like, snag it before it disappears. So she sells furniture. We had like this whole like haunted set, which looked interesting. I don't know if I would want it. All mixed in with a bakery dessert thing. Yeah, so from what I gathered, the stock changes. She's got some really cute items, but nothing we wanted to spend our money on today. And all the recipes as well. So you can buy them from her or you can just craft them yourself. Depends on what you find easier. I love a bit of gold embroidery. Salutations, Benny. You seem to be acclimating nicely. People here are lovely, are they not? And now we can count you among them. Lewis gave me a hard time when I cut the sleeves off one of his shirts, but it gets hot work in the field in the dead of summer. Oh Lord, Hayden. Lewis can design, sew, and knit. He's a triple thread. I was so relieved when Celine started choosing her own clothes. She was so picky. Dell, on the other hand, just wants overalls in every color of the rainbow. Got Lewis, got greetings and salutations. My name is Lewis. If you are looking for an article of clothing, you may rest well assured that I personally cut and sew every garment you'll find at my booth. My stock changes with the week, so if you find something you simply have to see yourself in, don't wait. So Lewis will sell like accessories. I kind of liked the striped bow, and I really loved the rainbow bucket hat. It was so cute. The oversized tee outfit looked really cute too. Lots of good stuff. Like, I can definitely see... Vera says she can dye my hair blue. Might be nice. People keep saying she wants to try out pink hair. Where do you suppose she got that idea? Vera and Josie are longtime friends. They love an excuse to catch up. Haircut's as good a reason as any. Do you think my mom will let me get blue hair? All the kids want to dye their hair. My nephew Rise was talking about dyeing his hair blue. It might be a good look on him, come to think of. Why does everyone want to dye their hair blue? Just noticed this. The Vera will do haircuts and stuff, and hair accessories. Hello, if you're looking for a new hairstyle, you're talking to the right person. The name's Vera. I'm a traveling hairstylist. I've been all over Aldaria. I'd be happy to teach you any hairstyle I know. Just pick what you want and put down your coins. Darcy's got cakes in today. Oh, how do I choose? Chocolate, raspberry? I'd better get both, to support the market and all. So this is Island's like hidden sweet tooth. Darcy's jasmine tea is to die for. The aromatics alone please the senses. Kept trying to get out of Lord Island's little game, but he made me a character and everything. Still, what kind of name is Snicklefritz? Oh, he's stuck on it. I could have hot chocolate every day of the year. Yum. How do I take my coffee? Black as night, Benny. Is there any other way? Coffee's more of a weekend thing for me. We all have different habits, right? Darcy, hello there. Welcome to Darcy's Cafe. Yes, I'm Darcy. If you're ever in the mood for a nice cup of coffee or a sweet treat, be sure to stop by. Everything's made fresh. Darcy sells some cooked dishes, drinks, and also recipes. It's like all like sweet stuff. So if we want to befriend Island, I think he really likes the sweets, so... Good to remember. That was the market. Need to go find Nora and chat with her. Thanks, Benny. Isn't the market great? Here's your reward. You can buy something from your favorite stall. It's 200 gold to spend, which is like very nice of her. Absolutely did not have to do that. Over to the request board. That's right, and we got a special thing here. Potion is famous for its energy restoration properties. Some even claim it increases your energy permanently. So we got a stamina upgrade for getting our town rank up. So this is really nice. It gives us an extra 20 points of stamina and also fully restores it as well. We got some coins as well. So, wow, all good things. The stamina upgrades are really nice. I had to get my hands. Like Adele can finish her art project. Apparently she needs it to make a legendary sword. And also heading into the general store. Bought our strawberry seeds. Those have got a nice profit for us. With, I think, turnips again. I was considering buying the saplings, but I decided against it. Been like all of my money. Went for more turnips instead. Turnips are cheap and they sell for a decent amount. I think Baylor had clay. I don't think so. No. I think I actually had clay in the chest, and that's where in a chest at home, so I think that's where I grabbed it from. I'm getting a little ahead here. helped to repair the bridge into town. Well done, Benny. I'm sure the other villagers appreciate your efforts. I forgot we can talk to Calderas here at a statue. Also grabbed a couple perks here. Rushing. Yeah, the perk system is honestly, it's an interesting system. I like the perks that decrease the amount of time it takes to, like, do crafts and stuff. Helpful because, like, certain dishes become, like, free to cook, but they don't take any time at all. It's like a plus. Or dive fishing. I don't quite remember what we did for the rest of the day today. We just went around and did some pond fishing. Trying to catch some fish here. We got the perk that makes it so that they can see the bobber from farther away. I'm assuming, because I haven't gotten there quite yet, I'm assuming that higher levels of fishing rod mean that you can cast it out farther. Which is, like, good, because some of the fish tend to be, like, very far from the shore. Oh, turtles. That's right, we catch turtles in this. Like, that fish spot with the schooling spot with all the fish in it, where they bite at a higher frequency. Like, that's so far out, I think you would need a higher level fishing rod to get out there. Koi? Fish prices in this game are, like, interesting, because they seem to kind of just, like, all cost about the same. But, like, you know, koi in Animal Crossing is, like, 800 bells by itself. And you can, at least you can still catch trash. Not too different from Animal Crossing. That's for sure. I think it's an interesting choice to have, like, not all the fish be something that you need to turn in for the museum. It's only certain ones. There definitely are, like, more fish than are donated for the museum. Same for bugs as well. I kind of wonder, like, what the reasoning behind that is, or if it's something that they will change in the future, maybe. Catfish. I think another big thing that I kind of have a complaint about is how much stamina fishing takes. Like, it takes, like, almost 15 or 20 energy, like, per fish caught, which is insane to me. I don't know why it costs so much energy. I haven't really figured out why they've made it decide to cost so much stamina. Like, it's a good money maker, I guess, maybe to balance out, like, the average, like, stamina spent to money earned, maybe. Not sure, but yeah, like, you can see it takes out huge chunks of our stamina bar. Huge chunks. Just like that, we are out of energy. But with a good haul of fish, like, I mean, I guess, like, the fishing does make decent money, so I think that's probably why they've tried to do it, to balance it out a bit. Just carefully always making sure that I am not, not going to catch fish that I can't that I need to donate. Don't ship them instead. Oh, yep, there's the clay. I needed to donate it, but I think brown trout, that was also a donate item. Back to this pond I go, trying to catch stuff. Got a frog. Can you imagine just being like a frog and just like being like completely just yanked out of the water? Like enough force to just be like, what the heck is going on? We needed the clay for Nora, and I think I decided give it to her. Maybe. I think we were looking for her. The nice thing is that I think usually after like 8 p.m., like most of the villagers head to the inn. So it's like a decent enough place to like really get to grab everyone in one place, especially on Friday nights because the entire town is there. Actually, the entire town. There's Nora. The clay for Dell's art project. Thank you, Benny. She's been talking about making this legendary sword for days. She'll be delighted. Here's your reward. 50 tesserae. I love spring. Rena's always working some magic with fresh veggies. And Lux always brews are getting pretty good. This one's got some kind of citrus thing going on. Ooh, that sounds nice. Benny, it's really sweet that you took an interest in Lux bug hobby. Thank you. How late it is. Time sure does fly these days. What? Bridge is repaired. Couldn't have done it with the bridge, repair the bridge without your support. Suck up to him. Well, you're welcome. Oh, he's so cute. Little Luck was so excited to see you take up that bug net. It's all he's been able to talk about lately. Thank you for your help repairing the bridge, Benny. Be sure to stop by the Saturday market and enjoy it with the rest of us. We did. Absolutely did. Yeah, we were going to make some trail mix as well. Let's do some cooking. So this is the cooking menu. You just kind of go in and choose what you want to make and cook. Cooking costs time. So cooking 6 of those is going to cost us an hour. We got like I think a good chunk of skill level ups. Yeah, all the way to level 4. Wow. And we got some food out of the deal. Tasty snack mix, good for eating on the go. Sliced turnips, yeah, I was like, okay, they don't sell for any more, but they do restore more, so I guess it's kind of the thing. So it's interesting to see, like, it's going to be interesting to see what people kind of decide is like the best way to make money. It seems like cooking can be pretty lucrative, but I think it's offset by the fact that you need to buy things like flour and sugar. At least for right now, I don't see a way to make those things yourself. I'm sure that's probably something we'll unlock soon. I like legitimately don't know. I definitely have tried to keep myself from like not looking at other videos and stuff for this game because I kind of wanted to just go into it not blind, but you know, as little information as possible. So that frog and that koi trail mix we decided to keep. I mean, that sells for 12, so that's double what the ingredients cost because I think a berry is 1 and a what's it called is 6 gold or 5 gold. So 6 gold turns into 12 for 10 minutes worth of your in-game day, basically. Got 80 renown just off of that day alone. Already level 11 in the stone rank. And our last day for this video. Yeah, this was a long one, so of course it's like the longest one is the one where the auto decided to just like not work. It's just my luck. We've got a thunderstorm today. This is our first thunderstorm. We had some tulips ready, and we had potatoes ready as well. The nice calming music is back, even on the thunderstormy day. We sold like 2 of these, donated to both of those. I think we sold all the flowers as well. Yep. Mistria's town rank. Benny, in regards to the mines, Island has informed me that Mistria's rank has been raised to Stone Star, and I have agreed to meet with him to further discuss the mines. Please meet us at the mines entrance west of town, Benny. Hey, and Benny, I hope this letter finds you well. Can you meet me at the manor house when you have the time? I'd like to discuss Mistria's emergency supply reserves with you. So 2 more main quests for the mines and 1 for Adeline. Yeah, it was the biggest thing was my inventory organized. Although I don't know why I dropped off my pickaxe. Unless I decided to go. I think today was supposed to be like a fishing and bug catching day, and I just got totally sidetracked. Which is fair. Got a river snail, that was new. Eurythia's here. Perfect weather today, eh, Benny? Perfect for fishing anyways. It's nice to see the villagers' like schedules and stuff change as well with all the thunderstorms. Or all the rainy weather. Nothing new there. He did have cherries that we could donate, but we're going to kind of hold off on those. Some money from her rank up reward. For a moral mushroom. I'd like to source a moral mushroom as it's known to have anti-inflammatory properties. Please deliver one if possible. That was from Valen request. Took that one. And that little bit of gold that we got put us over 1,000. 5 tesserae. Still didn't have the lilac. Slowly working our way up in the world. Here we are, just running back and forth. I honestly don't remember. Like, this was only last night. I really don't remember this day at all. I don't know. That sounds awful. Like, I truly have, like, the memory of a goldfish. Well and truly. Oh yeah, there's the lilac as well. Got one for Juniper. This was a busy day, actually. I'm like remembering bits and pieces of it. This was a very busy day. Got a lot of stuff done. First thing was going up to the mines. You can see I kind of like to just make like loops. Young Luck showed you the wonders of the bug net, did he? Be sure to bring any specimens you find for the insect wing at the museum. You'll be compensated for your contribution. Contributed we, Can't say that word. Compensated we were. Alright, only 2 more pond fish still, 2 more ocean fish. Cutscene now. We're gonna get up here. They are. Benny, what a joyous day. Mistria's town rank improvement shows that we're on the right track. I just think if we leave the mines closed, we can continue to focus our efforts on the town initiatives. On other town initiatives. Errol, we both know the town's growth will not continue without a reliable source of stone and ore. New artifacts for the museum would be a boon too. Oh, he really doesn't want to open them. I can see there is no dissuading you two. Alright. We shall proceed with reopening. Be careful, Benny. The earthquake has revealed cave passages beneath the mines that are yet unexplored. I trust you're ready to handle whatever lies below. Keep your wits about you. For Mistria. I like to think he just like punches the door open. Like he looks like he's buff enough to do that, honestly. Good luck. I will do what I can to assist with both of you with your finds at the museum. main shaft collapsed, you'll need to take the ladder down to start your descent. The elevator isn't working, but Arrow believes that if you can rediscover the elevator platforms further down, that it can be restarted. Got another statue here. Incredible! Another dragon statue? This wasn't here before the earthquake. Like the statue on my farm. Another astounding found by Benny. Aha, it seems the archaeologist bug has bit you too. Confer with Errol and begin a thorough research of the mine's history. It's hard to believe that there is no record of this statue. I hate to cut and run so soon, but this is of immense archaeological importance. You'll be alright on your own, Benny. Will, best of luck. We're looking forward to your findings. Another statue. Crumbling statue emanates a faint presence. It seems that you can offer essence here, despite the statue's condition. Yep, pressing the right button. So this is where we get our perks for mining and combat. There were some pretty decent ones in here. The ore one was pretty good. Reclaimer, the furniture. There's one that gives us treasure. It's pretty nice. Didn't look at the combat tree. Block a hit once a day. Crits, good one. Jump attack, which I have not unlocked yet, but it seems really cool. And well armed, we can get unique armor and weapons and stuff from the biome. There's something new for the museum. I like just staying quiet on these rainy days. They're just very, very nice and relaxing. All those dig spots, and it did not bring my pickaxe at all. Oh yeah, so if you exit out of the menu, you won't donate, it'll just drop it on the floor. So just make sure you hit the donate button. That's important. March is out here. I'll let you use the forge if you need it, but you better clean up after yourself. That makes sense. Benny, thank you so much for your help repairing the bridge. I should probably warn you that my sister has moved up the timetables of several of her other initiatives as a result. Still, it's all to help Mistria to grow. Exciting times are ahead. Speaking of your sister, we gotta go talk to her in here. Request is reasonable, but could I suggest we add a sleep aid to the list of medicines? Keeps well. We ran short in the days after the earthquake. It'd be a weight off my mind to know we have the extra stock. It's a great idea. Our first aid supply should cover all the bases. Excellent. I'll get to work. Here to pitch in as well, Benny. Many hands make light work. I'll leave you two to it. Thanks for answering my letter. I have sent out personal requests to anyone who might be able to help us rebuild our emergency stockpile. I don't like to think about what might have happened without it in the aftermath of the earthquake. Unfortunately, it's pretty much used up. You won't believe how many berries I can donate. No, you can count on us. If only we could stockpile your enthusiasm too. Could you ship 10 crops to help resupply our food rations? I'll give you these seeds to get you started. Locally grown crops keep well, and they're filling and nutritious too. I think we'll all sleep easier with the emergency stockpile refilled, don't you? Okay, so next our request. Let's ship 10 crops, and they gave us the seeds to do it at least. Our arc with Juniper here, turned in this lilac. Well, well, Adeline's little request board scheme actually works. I'm impressed. Now follow me. Oh gosh, I remember this. What are you little gremlins doing here? We're following that smell. That super gross smell. If I knew baths would make you smell like this, I wouldn't try to avoid them. It's like stink armor. What's in the cauldron isn't for the bath, it's for a health tonic. With one sip, you'll instantly be refreshed. No one is going to drink that if it tastes as bad as it smells. But I've yet to add the final ingredient. Benny, if you would. Drop in our lilac. There we are, that unfortunate smell is cleared right up, don't you think, agree, Benny? Smells like old wet socks or smells like fresh fertilizer. An obvious improvement. Now who to test it on? Ooh, me. While I admire your enthusiasm, Del, I think we should reward the intrepid adventurer who retrieved the final ingredient. Oh. On the hatch. Oh gosh. And there goes all our health and all our stamina. Cool. Very interesting. Lilac appears to have inverted the potion's intended effect. Benny doesn't look too good. We should go get Dr. Valen. There's no need to get that woman involved. Here now, Benny. Why don't you go toddle off to the bath? It's on me. Gonna go soak in the bath, I guess. That's our reward for getting poisoned. The kids right as rain, and make sure there's no lingering effects. Your next 5 bathhouse visits are free, Benny. You get 5 free baths from it. It's pretty good. Who would ever want to take that many baths? Yuck. Thank you again for your assistance, Benny. I'll be sure to call on you again in the future. Now why don't you all scoot on out of here? I need to do a post-experiment write-up. You sure? We could help you come up with lots of ways to describe how bad the smell is. Garbage. Dog burps. Oh no. Like Frito paws, dogs Frito paws. Speaking of dogs, we've got Dozy. Dozy's expression makes it clear he's enjoying the sounds of the rain. If it isn't the talk of the town, I suppose I have to hand it to you. You're willing to get your hands dirty. Go for to use the bathhouse to clean up. Juniper is a hot mess. Like, truly just a chaotic woman. Like, truly. Hi, Benny. You've always got such a pep in your step. Busy day. Valen, we spoke to Valen earlier. The Saturday market is great for the town's health. It gets everyone up and moving. This is the clinic. I'd never walked into the clinic. Thought it looked nice. Looks nice and cozy, that's for sure. Rain usually means it's slowed at the general store, so I take the day to run some errands. Unless I'm chasing Del out of puddles. Oh. Always chasing her child. My mom is over the moon about the bridge being repaired, Benny. She told me they're going to place a big restock order for the general store. I hope Baylor has enough room in his wagon. Good guy Baylor, like, coming into the town and stuff. What's better than fishing on a rainy day? Going to the inn and enjoying the hearth. Hide and seek is a little different when Maple's hiding. She doesn't really hide, she just commands us to not look at her. I see you looking, Benny. Oh no. Uncle Landon says hi, Holt. Oh, does he now? Well, right back at him. Right, I think we decided to get the bag upgrade. Yes, 1,000 gold for the bag upgrade. Do it. Press the buy button. Oh, yay. Oh man, it's so good to have that bigger bag. You have to use the item, so just keep that in mind. Good. If you press tab, you toggle between your inventory slots there. Super nice to have. With that, I think I want to say we plant all these crops. I was looking for like a way to fit them in without looking like terrible. inventory organizing. Take our sword, our pick. We needed the hoe. We don't need the watering can because it's raining. Yeah, I was all over the place with my inventory here. We're just gonna do it connected, and I was like, I hate the way that that looks, so we did it over here. The nice thing that it's raining is we don't have to actually water all this. Just plant and go. I think at this point is when I decided we're just gonna go into the mines. And I was like, never mind, we need to put something away. I'm like a space cadet watching this back. Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place. One of the hoe put back, and then I have to put everything back in place. There we go. We're gonna take this western road up to the mine, past Hayden's farm. I don't know why I thought swimming would be faster than walking across the bridge. I don't think that's the case. Here we go, our first trip into the mines. I really like the music for the mines. Tutorial. Exploring the mines is a great way to find new materials, forage, fish, insects, and even treasure. Break rocks on each floor to find a ladder, allowing you to progress forward. Further downwards, don't forget that you can jump and swim as you explore. Every 5 floors, you will unlock an elevator platform, allowing you to travel quickly from the mine's entry. Proceed with care. Magic seeping into this world has turned inanimate objects into monsters. Upgrading your sword and armor will aid you as you progress. The entry statue can also be used to purchase helpful mining and combat skill perks with collected essences. Right. The music's really nice in the mines. I don't know why. I just really like the like vibe of it. I don't know like what it quite reminds me of, but I don't know. It just reminds me of like something. And there's our first copper node. Yeah, the inanimate objects coming to life reminds me of Fae Farm. There's the mine enemies in that game. A couple enemies. I was like, I don't know how to fight this thing. Got dig spots in the mine. There's fish in here. It really is just like a whole separate like biome of things to explore. Oh, and I was gonna catch that bug, but this thing did it. So yeah, if you knock the rocks back to it, you do more damage. If not, it only does 1 HP. Your sword. You have to channel your inner like Zelda final boss where you're just playing volleyball. Got a ruby. Start finding gems. So this level has rubies and copper. I even like fished in here for like some reason. Don't know why. I was like not very concerned with getting deeper apparently. Breaking all those crates and stuff gives you wood. Why I was like so obsessed with catching this one fish. was like very much not interested in the bobber. Oh, and these little gaps here that you jump over, I should mention that you can't actually fall in them. The game won't let you jump if you're not going to make it to an area on the other side. So don't feel like you're going to lose health by jumping and not making it. Chug on that trail mix. Came in handy. Upgrading the pickaxe is like definitely, I think, priority one to make getting down like less tedious, which I mean it's base, that's par for the course, honestly. Monster shell, so monsters even have parts, and their stuff is used in cooking and crafting. I don't know how you would cook a spiky monster shell, but I won't question it, I guess. Again, catching fish. Cave shrimp. Oh, that's a new fish. Cave shrimp. Ice spring for the 5th floor. I want to say that I did. Oh, these little lantern enemies are so annoying. You can only hit them when they're not like electrified. Those rocks there give like 2 of the rubies, or like whatever the gem is. And I cut it like so close here. I really did. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just kind of like cut my losses and moved back up to the surface, but I was like, no, we're gonna keep going. Did pay off in the long run. We got a couple forageables. There's a bug there that I'm noticing that we didn't catch. Yeah, those things shock you for like 12 damage. Make it to the mines? Yeah, we did. Okay, wow. All right, and we were cutting it close. We are cutting it close. I got stuck trying to jump down that cliff. I think that cliff is too high, so the game won't let you like jump down it. I like honestly don't know how we made it back to bed on time. Like I was for sure that we were gonna like pass out. Did we pass? No, we didn't pass out because we woke up at 6 a.m. the next morning. Like I was screaming at this point. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, and we made it. There we go. And with that, I think my time here is about done. Sorry again for having to do kind of a post-commentary video for the rest of this. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. I'm going to take steps to make sure I've got multiple things recording my audio, so I don't have to worry about this issue. But yeah, we got a couple rank ups, or a rank up. Goes to the next one, and then we're starting our second week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.